said nothing. It's behind the scenes that was pushed away. But if you, me, you, all of us us and all of us took a stand for it, they wouldn't have a choice but to stand for it. We say all the time that we don't have that. The 300 million of us got together and donated $1 a month, 12 months straight. In a year's time, we'll have $3.6 billion. In 4 years, we'll have $14.4 billion. I'll donate $1 a month. But we always holler our person. It's us. We got to be able to trust us. We got to be able to build our community. Why is it that the Mexicans come here and build in our community, but we can't put together to build in our own community? Why is it that the Asians can come over here and get stoves, gas stations, everything, but we can't get there? Because they don't see us sticking together as people. When we don't stick together as people, how can you get any other race or nationality to stand here or even respect us? If we don't respect ourselves, who gonna respect us? If we don't take care of ourselves, who gonna take care of us? If we don't rebuild ourselves, who gonna rebuild us? If we don't teach ourselves, who gonna teach us? How many of y'all still send y'all kids to a school that indoctrinates your child? So how many people will be willing to teach their children at home? This is the only way that we're going to be able to self-educate ourselves. Many of us gonna say that we ain't got the time, we got to go to work, we got to go this, and we can't blame the system for indoctrinating our kids with their belief, with their system, because we don't have the time to teach our kids. We don't have the time to speak our kids. We say we raise our kids, but do we really raise our kids, or do the technology of the day, like YouTube, video games, or is that what raise our kids? Then we wonder where all this homosexual activity come from, because there's a small child's mind between 2 and 5 years old when the child learns to code. So if you got your child all the time in front of a video game, watching or doing this here, monitor what's going on those games. We don't do that. So yet they teaching our children without even our knowledge. We feel that we're teaching our kids because we go buy them Jordans, we go buy them Air Max, we go buy them Polos, we go buy them this, we go buy them that. That's just a financial thing. We got to teach our children. We got to teach the generation. We got to teach our grandchildren generation. If we don't do something now, then we're going to perish. We can get together and no offense, young brother, I'm pointing you because I just looked at you. If me and him got together and say we're going to go over here and shoot up this neighborhood over here, we're going to put some bloods in. We're going to go do that there. But we ain't got enough sense and enough knowledge and enough heart to go down there and do the same thing. So when we see the police whooping one of our people, what we do, we pull our video phone out. Oh, put it on video, put it on video. Why ain't you willing to lose your life to help your brother save your life? Why would you put it on video? Why would you go over there and wrap him upside his head? Why would you go over there and kick him in his face, do the same thing to him that he's doing to your brother? Why hate that? Why do you have so much hate towards your brother, but not towards your own person? I don't understand it. We got to come together. Gangbangers that run the communities. You're supposed to be able to put back into your community. You're supposed to be able to rebuild your community. The option of selling drugs in your community is to rebuild your community because you can't get nothing else no other kind of way. I don't knock that. I'm just saying if you're going to do it, put it back into your community. The essays do it every day. They come here way from Mexico. They come across the water. They take time to die. Whatever they got to do, they come over here and rebuild our community. And then we say, well, now we ain't got that. We ain't gang together. We ain't learned the sense and the differences of what it's going to take for us to make a change. We ain't learned that we got to be willing to stand and die when we really want to try to change. If we don't do that, then we don't. God said, my people shall perish for the lack of knowledge and the lack of courage. If you don't understand it, that means you ain't got no knowledge to understand what you were part of, then you can never come from up under it. If you got the knowledge but you ain't got the heart to stand against what you were up under of, then it won't work. You got to have knowledge and you got to have heart. They go behind. They go the same thing. It's like tying your shoe. You tie your shoe, it's going to stay tight. If you're untied, it's going to come off. So if you don't have both of them things, then you're not tight. If you got one of them, then you can't defend yourself. Times have changed from when my father was the leader of the Black Panthers to now, to where today, it's time for us to stop talking. It's time for us to stop doing YouTube. It's time for us to stop doing live. It's time for us to take actions to the streets. By any means necessary, we need freedom. We need justice. We need resources. If they won't give it to us, then we need to take it. It's the only way that we're going to get what we need. We've been asking for 40 acres and a mule and yet be back here today asking for reparations. Do you really think we're going to get reparations without taking it? I can't hear nobody out here. All y'all told me y'all want to change. All y'all told me y'all willing to stand for it, right? So Or we're going to give reparations by them just giving it to us. So if we were going to give reparations, they would have gave us our mule, let alone the 40 acres that they told us. We ain't even got the mule around on the total board to go and build a house. So why are we still petitioning the court? Why are we still getting on the news talking about reparations? I'm going to tell you why we do it. Because we know people are watching. And we ain't trying to do it for the move. We trying to do it to better ourselves and our family. See, we got to get off of that individual stuff. The individual stuff is what got us in the oppression that we is now. Individual, I'm going to explain this right here. Individual means that when you say, it ain't affect me and mine, I ain't worried about it. When you go buy a bottle of water, you got to pay the same price I got to pay. When you go to the gas pump, you got to pay the same price I got to pay. When you go to the grocery store, you got to buy the same GMO food I got to buy. Why? Because we ain't got no farms. We ain't got nothing. So how can we depend on ourselves if we ain't got no resources? Number one reason for them taking the land from the indigenous people and for the people of this rightful land is because the land is the resources. Without no land, you have no resources. The resources is the oil, the water, the gas, gold, the diamonds, the silver, the cotton, the tobacco, the alcohol. All this right here, when you have that, and when you don't have that, you have no resources. So you can't do nothing but depend on somebody else to take care of you. The reason why they take care of you is like because when you was growing up when your mama or dad's house. When you was growing up, what your parents told you. When you get old enough, go get your own house, then you can set your own rules. We in their house, so it's time for us to set our own rules. It's time for us to build our own house and destroy their house. It's time for us to build our own nation and destroy their nation. Why? Because we deserve it. Why? Because we are the indigenous people. Why? Because we are the only people on the face of this planet that is a threat to the oppressor. The only people on the face of this planet that is a threat to the oppressor is us, sitting out here. Ever so more, the black man. The black man is the greatest threat to the oppressor. You know why? You know why he empowers our black women? Because he fears the black man. Your oppressor will never overpower who he fears. He will empower his queen, hoping in return that his queen turns against the black man. Now the black man got another thing to worry about. He got to fight the oppressor. Now on top of this, he got his black queen telling him that he can't get a job, he can't get this, he can't get that. You got to strengthen us. You got to hold us. You got to hold y'all. We need each other. The only way we're going to survive as a race of people is we're going to love each other. We're going to be willing to die for each other. We're going to be willing to stand for each other. When the police come beat one of